Hello guys, welcome to Python programming tutorials. In this video, I will explain list operations. So let's get started. The following are the operations that we can perform on list, and these are the built-in methods for class list. So let's look one by one. So the first method we have is append. Append means inserting an element at the end of the list. That is, consider the following example. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now if I want to insert 60 at the end of the list, then I need to use append method. So let's look into the practical session. So I will create x equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I have created a list. Now I want to append 60. Then I need to mention x dot append 60. So now if I check the value of x, it returns 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So it basically appended the value 60. So in the memory, the list looks like this. We have the list values and its respective indexes. So that's how append method works. And the next method we have is count. Count basically returns the occurrence of a particular element. That is, let's say x equal to, so I have created this list. Now if I want to check how many times the value 1 is repeated in the list, then I need to mention x dot count of 1. So it returns 6 because the value 1 is repeated 6 times in the list. And I can check any other value. Suppose if I mention 2, it returns 4 because it repeated 4 times. So that's how count method works in the list. And next we have extend. Extend means concatenating the existence list with another list. That is, let's say x equal to 1, 2, 3. Now if I want to concatenate or extend 4, 5, 6, then I need to mention x dot extend 4, 5, 6. Remember, 4, 5, 6 you need to mention in the form of list or in any other iterable form. Now if I check the value of x, it returns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is, it extended x with 4, 5, 6. So that's how extend method works. And the next method we have is index. Index basically returns the position of a particular element. That is, look at this following example. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suppose if I want to know the index value of 7, then I need to mention index. Here it shows the value 7 is at position 4. Now let's look into example 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if I write x dot index of 7, so it returns 4 because the value 7 is at 4. That is, here you can see that the value 7 is situated at index 4. So that's how index method works. And next we have is insert. Insert means inserting a value at a specified position. That is, consider this example. We have 10, 20, 40, 50, 60. Suppose if I want to insert value 30 at position 2, then I need to use insert method. So I will write an example. X equal to 10, 20, 40, 50, 60. So now if I want to insert 30 at position 2, then I need to use x dot insert. The first argument it is index position, and the next argument is the value that you want to insert. So now if I enter, I have inserted the value 30. Now if I check the value of x, it returns 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Here you can see that in the position 2 we have value 30. So in the memory it looks like this. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So the index value here, we have index values of 40, 50, 60 are 2, 3, 4. As I inserted 30 at position 2, the values of these indexes are incremented by 1. So that's how insertion method works. And the next method we have is pop. Pop means removing the element that is at the end. So I will consider the same example. Suppose if I do x dot pop, it returns 60, that is it removed 60 from the list. That is, now if I check the value of x, it returns 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that's how the pop method works, and I can perform one more time. So it removed 50 this time. Now if I check the value of x, it returns 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's how pop method works. And next we have is remove. Remove means removing a particular element. So we have x, right? We have 10, 20, 30, 40. Suppose if I want to remove value 20 from the list, then I need to mention x dot remove 20. So now if I check the value of x, we have 10, 30, 40. So it removed value 20 from the list. So that's how remove method works. And know the difference between remove and pop. Pop basically removes the value that is at the end, and remove means we can remove whatever the element we want. So that's how remove and pop works. And next we have is reverse. Reverse means reversing the list. So if I write x equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now if I do x dot reverse, so it reverses the list. Now if I check the value of x, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's how reverse method works. And we have sort. Sort means sorting the elements in ascending or descending order, right? Suppose we have x equal to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suppose if I do x equal to x dot sort, now if I check the value of x, it returns the values in ascending order, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose if you want to do the values in descending order, then I need to mention x dot sort, and I need to pass one parameter, that is reverse equal to true. So now if I check the value of x, it returns the values in descending order. So that's how sort method works. And next we have clear and delete. So clear means it removes all the elements in the list. Delete means it deletes the list variable. So we have x, right? We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I do x dot clear, so now if I check the value of x, it returns empty list. That is, it removed all the elements in the list and it returned empty list. So that's how clear works. And last we have is delete. Delete is nothing but deleting an variable. So we have x equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. To delete x, we need to mention del x, that is delete x. Here del is keyword. Now if I check the value of x, it returns an error. You can see here name error. Name x is not defined. That is, the value x is deleted from the memory. So that's how delete method works. And these are the operations that we can perform on list. And that's all I have for this tutorial. Thank you for watching.